how are you gonna sit here and tell me that you have to choose on one? Right? Each one of the things that you're driven to and inspired to do is a part of your natural gifts that you're meant to give in this lifetime. So to say that you have to choose one is telling me that you want to limit your positivity that you can have on the world. Welcome to Empowermente, the headquarters of Latina empowerment. Oh my gosh, guys, welcome back to Empowermente. I'm so excited to do this episode. If you're on YouTube, I feel like you guys have seen the raw footage of me evolving as a long form content creator, because the first episodes was so dark and I'm trying to film at a decent time. It's 4:20 p.m. But yeah, I live in the first floor, so it's like kind of dark. But yeah, I think it's working today. Yeah, it's a little bit of a cloudy day, so we'll see how this looks, but I am so excited. Okay, so welcome. So first I want to share like a few updates. This Monday, I don't know what happened to my inbox, but I got crazy news, several of them at the same time. And I don't know why I have this programming that when I get lots of good stuff coming my way and opportunities, I get overwhelmed, and it's almost like my upper happiness limit, where I'm just like, this is too much and I can't do it. And this is just too much for my nervous system, make it stop. And then I stop blocking those opportunities just because I'm overwhelmed. But this week I did a powerful visualization technique where I just pictured being with my spiritual team throughout the whole time, because I see like the universe providing for me. But then I don't know why I feel like I have to do everything on my own after that, and it's not like that. Like, I sincerely do see how I have spirit guides helping me the whole way, and so that made me feel a lot better. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I can understand that it can sound weird to a person who is not spiritual. But basically, just trust that the higher power is going to help throughout those times that are good and bad, through the beginning and through the end. You just have to have faith that there's a higher power looking over you and helping you go through this shit with you. Okay. Yeah. And I think part of the visualization technique was a breathing technique, where it's like you breathe in all the goodness and all the yes. It's, yes, universe, give me more. And then breathe out the pressure that you have to do it alone. Breathe out the discomfort with all the abundance, and just breathe through it and calibrate your body to the new level of abundance. So that's a little bit about what happened. And it's crazy how fast like my manifestations are coming through. I'm not even doing specific exercises. It's more in the fact that I am rooted in my happiness and in my peace. Like, this is sincerely the happiest I've ever been and the most at peace I have ever been in my life. And it has to do a lot with the fact that I'm really stable in Phoenix, and that I have a loving, supporting partner, and that I don't have a job that I hate, and that I'm doing what I love and I feel extremely fulfilled by it. And it wasn't easy to get here, right? It's been a journey of 4 years, but I'm so happy, and every single hardship that I've had has been worth it just to be here today. And so yeah, I just, when you're having fun, your manifestations just fly to you. And I felt so fortunate, because it wasn't even things that I consciously put on paper. It was things that I thought about, oh, that would be cool to have. And then they came through. I'll tell you a little bit about them, but I can't tell you all the details yet. So one of them is a tech opportunity to be involved in the creation of an app for women. And it's about women empowerment, and it's about empowering women entrepreneurs. So I'm like, right on my alley. And yeah, like, I can't wait to tell you more about it. The second one has to do with the upcoming election. I was hoping to get an opportunity related to that, and I did. So I'm excited to tell you more about it. And another one has to do with the school here locally in Arizona. I had a meeting with them and it went really well. So yeah, so I cannot wait to tell you more about all these things. So where is my phone? Oh my gosh. You all should see like my living room every time that I film porque, ay no, hago un desmadre aquí. Of course, it would be under my butt. Okay. So let's start with the quote of the day, and it's about boundaries. Each time you lower your boundary to prioritize someone else's importance over your own, life will kick you with the consequences real hard, and it'll happen again and again and again until you make the decision to stand up for yourself and demand better. Being a kind or easy person does not mean accepting any less than you deserve. Very powerful words by Unsa Malik. Yes, I hope that I'm pronouncing that correctly. She's a writer and I follow her on Instagram. And yeah, just very powerful words to live by. I am entering a new season in my entrepreneurship journey, and boundaries has been a big part of it because I have many expertise that I can help people with, but you have to really be conscious of like the expectations that you have with the person of what you will and will not deliver. And it's been a ride. So I hope this quote served you today. And so what we're going to talk about today is about reframing your trash thoughts. Trash Talk Thursdays. So this is where you send me your trash thoughts and I transform them into powerful thoughts that will actually help you, serve you, and make you feel good. And in today's edition, I'm going to take like the ones that you guys send me on Instagram, and I'm going to share a little bit more insights as to the limiting beliefs that you have. And I really hope that this serves you. Okay. And I want to talk to you a little bit more about the program that I am doing, the program that I'm launching in a few weeks. I'm going to launch my Latina Empowerment group in a few weeks, and I am so excited. So what it's going to be a group coaching program for women who have been struggling to put out into the world that thing that they've wanted to do for the longest time, whether it be sharing their voice through social media or getting their first public speaking engagement or creating a blog or creating a poem book. I was that person that took years to do things because of the self-doubt that I felt. And I really wish this program existed when I was in that position because I felt like I was lost. I felt like there was so many things that I wanted to do at the same time and I couldn't. And I just felt overwhelmed with the sense of I don't have my shit together. And I navigated it with many tools that I learned through being a product and program manager, but also mindset and visualization techniques that have helped me in throughout the years. And so I'm really excited because the program is going to be in a group setting. And so I really think healing and empowerment happens in comunidad, like juntas. It's transformative to create something and have people supporting you along the way. And so it's going to open the week of September 9th, and I'll give you more details later on in the show, but that's like what I've been working on. I've been working on the curriculum, on the videos, on just getting all the material ready for the women that are going to be joining. And if this sounds interesting to you, no worries, like it's going to come out very soon. And if you have any doubts as to if you think you're a good fit for the program, you can always book a call with me and I'll answer any questions that you may have. Back to the topic of reframing trash thoughts. What do you guys think of the name Trash Talk Thursdays? I feel like when I say Trash Talk Thursdays, it sounds like I'm going to have an episode trash talking somebody, but it's really not the case. Like, I am going to deconstruct your limiting beliefs and just hopefully turn them into something that's going to make you feel good. Okay, let's get started with the first one. Feeling guilty. I've been feeling guilty. I've accomplished so much, and having fear my siblings' parents may not. Ooh, this is a very big one for first generation Latinas. And especially when you come from a working class family, maybe a low income background, you're gonna have to deal with very different worlds. And I think any person who experiences moving out of their hometown, you have friends that are back home that have very different mindsets as to what they want to do with their lives. And as much as we want to take people along with us on the ride, we have to realize that this is our journey to follow, not anybody else's, and that they have their own journey of learning and of doing whatever it is they need to do. By you pushing on something to them is saying your life is not worthy or your life is not being lived the right way. And I don't think that's the right way to see things. And the approach that I've taken with my family and friends is to lead by example, to truly embody the person that I want to be and hope that they get inspired by me rather than me pushing an agenda that perhaps they're not even ready for. And so my transformation thought for you is my accomplishments are a source of pride and inspiration. I believe my journey can encourage my loved ones to reach their own potential. Best of luck. Okay, let's go to the second trash thought. I am always trying to prove myself, but I can't. So I think this is a common thing of feeling like you are not doing enough for whatever it is that you want to do. So for example, if you want to get a new position or promotion at work, if it feels like you're always having to prove yourself, that's telling me that you're just assuming that what you're doing is not enough to whatever it is that you want to do. And so what we have to do there is really work on your sense of what you really have to do there is work on the confidence piece of your productivity and your accomplishments. Really, I think a thing that helps me a lot is create a list of all the things that I'm very proud of and turn them into affirmations. What I usually do is that I put a wallpaper of these and you have no idea how transformative it is. So the transformation thought that I have for you is I am enough as I am and my worth is not tied to constant validation. I can choose to focus what truly matters to me. Best of luck in your endeavors. Okay. When I say endeavors, I feel like I sound so funny. I feel like I sound like an old white person. Okay, next one. I can't be all the things. I have to choose one career or passion. Girl, this is up my alley. Girl, you have a lot of gifts. You have a lot of beautiful things to offer to the world. How are you going to sit here and tell me that you have to choose on one, right? Each one of the things that you're driven to and inspired to do is a part of your natural gifts that you're meant to give in this lifetime. So to say that you have to choose one is telling me that you want to limit your positivity that you can have on the world. ¿Verdad que no está chido? So the affirmation that I have for you is I am a multifaceted person and it's okay to explore different passions. I trust that I can integrate my interest in a way that feels authentic to me. Woo! That was a good one. Okay. The next thought is why even start something when it's going to be half-assed? I remember I made a video on TikTok about this a while back. It's I can't do things half-assed because I'm a Latina and I have to do things perfect. The very first time that I do them, it has to be perfect and it has to be complete. Girl, that perfectionism is getting the best of you. And let me just say that you do not have to execute in your highest level of potential for every single thing that you do. Trust the process, trust that you will get better, trust that it is progress and that progress is better than nothing. And so the transformative thought that I have for you is I deserve to fully commit to the things that bring me joy and fulfillment. If something no longer serves me, it's okay to let go and seek what aligns with my values. Okay. So the next one is I have fear of judgment, failure, or embarrassment. Oof, I think this goes with the person, and I think she has a podcast and she creates content. And I think it's hard. It's hard to put yourself out there, and it's hard to be vulnerable, and it's hard to share your life. And it's so discouraging when you don't see people connecting to it. But I would encourage you to really connect to that thing that is your why, and connect to the things that inspire you, and film and create that content right afterwards. And really tune into the energy of connection, of interest, of enthusiasm, and then feel yourself having that connection with your audience. And the transformative thought that I have for you is I am courageous enough to take risks and embrace failure as a stepping stone to growth. Other people's opinions do not define me. Cool. The next one has to do with education, and it says feeling like I wasted my time and money pursuing my master's and I cannot get a good paying job. Oofa. Okay, this is a very interesting one because, girl, you are talking to a person that has a career in engineering and a master's in engineering and is not doing that at this time. So I could very easily say I wasted 23 years of my life going to pursue this education that I don't even use anymore. But I don't see it like that. I see it like every single experience that I had is serving me, just as your master's is serving you. And it seems like your ultimate goal is to get a high paying job, and that doesn't necessarily have to do with a master's. So I would encourage you to explore the skills that are going to get you that high paying job. And my transformative thought to you is my education has enriched my life and opened doors. I trust that my skills and knowledge will lead me to opportunities that align with my worth. Woof, that's a good one. Okay, so we've covered actually like several ones. We've covered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this is the 7th thought, and all of these are so good in terms of, y'all, you're not alone in your limiting beliefs. You're not alone in having this self-doubt. There's so many other women that feel the same way that you feel. Okay, so the next one is I don't have a PhD yet, so I can't monetize my advice story until I'm a profesora. Girl, you have a level of education that is higher than, I want to say, I don't know what the numbers are, like 95% of the population, and you're telling me that you cannot monetize on your expertise. Girl, there is people who have far less accomplishments and education that are making an impact in the world by their authentic truth, and you can definitely do it as well. I think it has to do with detaching your worth from your education is here to serve us, to provide tools and opportunities, but not to define us. And so my transformation thought to you is my experiences and knowledge are valuable now. I have the ability to make an impact and share my story regardless of the titles. All of these are so good, and I feel like the energy of them are so good even if you don't necessarily relate to it. Like, I'm not getting a PhD and I feel like pumped up. Okay, so the next one is I feel like I'm an imposter. Ooh, this is a good one. I think it's a very common feeling to feel this way when you're new to something. It's completely normal. And imagine being in your bloodline to do it, and not only do one thing, but one thing after the other. Being the first one to go to college, being the first one to go to corporate, being the first one to start a business, being the first one to go to therapy, being the first one to buy a property. Like, all these things. And we have self-doubt because we've never done it before, and no one has done it before. It's like we're representing all our ancestors and the things that we're doing, and rather than feeling fearful, feel faith and feel proud that all the experiences that you have are leading you to the privilege that you have to do whatever it is that you're doing. And so my affirmation for you is I am deserving of all my achievements, and I bring value to everything that I do. My journey is valid, and so is my place in the world. Okay, so the next one is I'm scared this is the peak of my life. Oh, that's such a good one. Y'all, when I was 23 and starting my job at Microsoft, I literally felt, oh my God, this is it. All my dreams and hopes end here. This is literally the best I could do. And I don't know if I can do anything more. Like, I don't have the capability to dream further. And life has a crazy way of surprising you. Life just keeps getting better and better. That's what I would tell you. And my transformation thought for you is the best is yet to come. I am continually evolving, and each phase of my life brings new opportunities for growth and joy. So good. Okay, so I have a few more to share with you. Okay, so let's get to it. I'm only 21 years old, yet I feel like I'm so behind because I have no idea what to pursue. Girl, you are 21. Do you know how many people in their 50s and 60s and 70s could go back to when they were in their 20s? Your 20s are for exploration. Your 20s are the time that you get to do everything and anything, and nobody gets to judge you. So don't let people judge you, and don't let yourself judge that. You are not supposed to be anywhere. So my transformation thought for you is, at 21, I have a world of possibilities ahead of me. It's okay to take time to explore and discover what truly excites me. Okay, the next one is, I'm not prepared enough to apply to the dream job. Oofa. First, let me tell you that dream jobs are not actually dream jobs. I just wanted to be cognizant that every job is going to have things that you like and that you don't like, and having expectations that are very high might actually damage you in the long run. And I've always been a person that likes to be fulfilled with what I do, but it's very hard to do when you're working for another person. So that's the thing that I would say about dream jobs. But girl, you're not prepared enough to even apply, like not even to have it. We are aiming low, girl. If we feel that we need some logic into this, I want you to take the description of the job that you want to apply to and compare it to your experiences and tell me what's missing, and then go get those skills. If that's what you need to have the confidence, then do it. But keep in mind that you already have so many experiences. I think the majority of what people look for when they're hiring is adaptability and the ability to learn fast. And so if you have that, just know that you're ahead of the game. And my transformation thought for you is, I am capable of learning and growing into any role. I trust in my ability to rise to the challenge and bring my unique strengths to the table. Oh my God, that's such a good one. Okay. The next person is discouraged that their master's wasn't worth it. It seems that it's not leading to like having a fulfilling career path. And so it says, I'm discouraged that my master's wasn't worth it and it's not leading me to a fulfilling life. I think it's like putting the expectation that doing something is going to lead to your ultimate fulfillment. And that's a lot of pressure on one thing, right? You cannot place your whole happiness on one person or one thing. We are complex beings, and focus on the things that do bring you happiness and fulfillment right now. And my transformation thought for you is, my master's degree is part of the journey, and the lessons I've learned are invaluable. I am capable of creating a fulfilling life in ways that resonate with me. Ooh, such a good one. Oh, y'all, I'm getting a little tired. I don't even know how many limiting beliefs should I have per episode. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hoofa. I think that's a lot for one episode. I think I'm gonna stop here. I really want your feedback on this, guys. Are you liking it? Do you feel like this is valuable? If so, I will keep doing these and I'll have a series for them. I'll probably reduce the amount of beliefs that I do per week just so that I can focus more on a specific situation. I really hope this was helpful, and I'm so grateful that you're here. If you enjoyed this, please rate my podcast with 5 stars, whether it be Spotify or Apple Podcasts, and don't forget to subscribe. Espero que les guste mucho este episodio. Lo hice con mucho amor y les mando muchas buenas vibras. Se cuidan, chicos.